program, and he now reports.
The Central River region celebrating the Gambia's 47th independence anniversary in remarkable form. The village of Sami Pacholi, located 37 kilometers on the beaten road from Janjambure, is playing host to celebrations of sovereignty here in the Central River region, and true to form, the unveiling pomp and pageantry is evoking a great sense of national pride. The Gambia at 47 certainly means a lot for the people of the Central River region as they convert in Sami Pachonki, the biggest settlement in the Rambling region, to commemorate the country's attainment of sovereignty. The Central River region is not just the largest province in the country, but the region holds immense history and diversity, defining the Gambia's engaging tale, which is why moments like this are accorded special significance, celebrated with great relish. The governor's arrival at the event was marked with grand ceremony and display. The national anthem, which officially opened the day, quickly brought the crowd together with its unfailing unifying character. The usual customs rapidly followed, starting with the inspection of parade by the governor, accompanied by the soulful musical tones of the police band. This is one of the key features of independence celebrations, recalling the daunting struggles for nationhood and the unceasing drive to sustain and abide in national pride and esteem. In the Gambia, the harmony of a mad past exactly strikes the chord of unity. A variety of different security services marching in perfect accord explains the country's strength in diversity. Next came the marching procession of school children, representing the fast-evolving crop of the future, preparing to take over the development saddle. It is a future being enriched and fortified in effect with the importance attached by the government of the day to education, health and sports. His address underscored the need for more to be sacrificed in the cause of nation building.
In the Gambia, it is a struggle to attain an economic superpower status for which all hands must be on deck. In spite of the considerable strides made over these years, the attainment of such a status requires more than what nations are currently giving to their nation. Indeed, nations are what the citizens beg of them, and this is portrayed by the level of faith in the Almighty Allah, coupled with sacrifice, discipline, devotion, patriotism, hard work, and selflessness. It is within this spirit that all Gambians must unite in word and in deed, bound by the same goals, aspiration, and love for their motherland, if the Gambia is to become an economic superpower.
In the drive to essentially advance the new Gambia, all hands must be on deck to raise the stakes as the country looms ever closer to its targeted objectives. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
50 frontline extension workers drawn from the 6 agricultural regions of the country recently received basic training in livestock and horticultural production techniques. The 3-day capacity building effort, staged by the Livestock and Horticultural Development Project in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture, also exposed the trainees to means of processing fruits and vegetables. Mamadou Lamin Sise has more. Campaigning in the March 29 parliamentary election will commence on Wednesday 14 March and end on Tuesday 27 March 2012. A media release from the Independent Electoral Election states that all polling stations have been designated as counting centers for the said elections. The polls will open at 7 a.m. on election day and close at 6 p.m. The dispatch ends. The North Bank villages of Kerboy, Kerpate and Makabala Mane gave President Jammeh the greatest number of votes in the recent presidential election. And in keeping with a promise made to the villagers, party officials and supporters recently gathered to celebrate the achievement and the president's victory by extension. Fatou Jase has more.
Residents of North Bank village recently played host to celebration that the village is dedicated to President Jammeh's massive victory in the November 24th presidential elections. The village is understood to have pulled the highest percentage number of votes compared to 3 other villages within the same constituency, namely Kerboy and Kerpate. The 3 sister villages, before the casting of ballots, promised to register the highest percentage number of votes for the ruling party. And as Makabalamane emerged the winner of this competition, they hosted the party which brought the 3 villages together. The scenario here portrays a sense of solidarity among the villagers, as highlighted by various speakers including Bayambai, Usman Sis and Alkalo Balamane. Such competition creates a culture of tolerance and peace amongst villagers, according to the governor of North Bank region, Lamin Queen Jammeh. He also spoke of the need to extend the contest to other villages within Lower Nyomi. For youths, the competition was as a result of the development intervention spearheaded by the Jammeh administration. For GRTS News, I am Fatou Jassi.
50 frontline extension workers drawn from the 6 agricultural regions of the country recently received basic training in livestock and horticultural production techniques. The 3-day capacity building effort staged by the Livestock and Horticultural Development Project in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture also exposed the trainees to means of processing fruits and vegetables. Mamadou Lamin Sisi has more.
There are 50 frontline extension workers drawn from different parts of the country, but here they are brought together to discuss the same subject: basic livestock and horticultural production techniques and the processing of fruits and vegetables. It took them 3 days to digest the subject, and now their knowledge and skills in enhancing extension service delivery has been increased. Addressing the participants, Regional Agricultural Director LRR Falalo Toure described the program as more of a discussion given the category of participants and resource persons present. He commended LHDP, the organizers of the program, for their continuous support. He emphasized that more stress should be laid on animal management, noting that the practice is important in curbing disease prevalence. Lamin Jaju is horticultural specialist under the Livestock and Horticultural Development Project. He acknowledged with deep appreciation the collaboration his project is enjoying from the extension services. He went on to describe the training as a refresher for most of the participants and thus encouraged them to take note of all deliberations with seriousness. Musa Damfa, Deputy Director at the Communication, Extension and Education Services of the Department of Agriculture, said such trainings are aimed at making extension workers polyvalent in order to meet the high demand for extension services. He called for commitment to duty, noting that only commitment can bring progress. He finally paid tribute to LHDP for its continuous support to the extension services and assured the project of his office's continuous cooperation. Mr. Sirifo Bojang, Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Agriculture, said government's commitment to agriculture is unquestionable. Hence the need for the participants to be steadfast in order to optimize output. Having received the training, the task of the participants now is to use the knowledge gained to improve the productivity of the many farmers they serve. One area that is crucial is the assistance they render to farmers that want to add value to locally produced perishable fruits and vegetables.
We'll take our first break. Stay tuned.
Of securing a bright future for their family, a comfortable home to live in, and a secured income. We want to see our children go to school, graduate. We want to let them be empowered and be able to provide them a financially stable future. Whether we are there to see it through or not, it is still our responsibility to make that dream come true. IIC offers a series of life assurance plans at competitive prices with the objective to provide security for you and your loved ones. We offer group life policy, Comfort 5 assurance, individual term assurance, secure loan plans, house purchase plans, and children's educational plans. IIC Life Assurance Plans, a better life guaranteed.
IIC, International Insurance Company, the insurers you can trust.
Welcome back. A faction with ties to Libya's former king has declared the eastern region of the